Right, an absolute pleasure to welcome the photographer of the year now. Prem Mahtani is not just a lovely guy, he's also a very talented photographer who, in the Gibraltar Photographic Society's 60th anniversary, has scooped the prestigious award Photographer of the Year. How does it feel, Prem? Welcome to the studio.
Thank you, Jonathan. Great to be here. Thank you for having me.
Wearing red as well.
It was a coincidence.
Just roll with it.
I'm rolling with it. Yeah.
How did it feel to get that recognition?
You know what? When you're chasing the light, when you're taking all these shots, and it kind of all comes together in that moment, it's a tribute to that. Where you've spent time, late nights, early mornings, trying to get that shot, and it all comes together then.
So the award is about was for a particular shot or a few shots?
So the way it works in the Photographic Society is we have an annual league, and that league allows you to compete in 12 separate competitions, separate themes, and different media. So you have digital projection, say with a theme of abstract creative. You'll have a theme of color, which is on print. You'll have a theme of black and white, which is on print. And again, the subjects can be macro photography. They can be landscape, seascape.
For anyone not familiar, macro is like up close.
Macro is up close, So it sort of tests every photographer's range for those who are competing in the league. And we have external judges that come in, external appraisers that come in. When I say external appraisers, they're actually local photographers who are very experienced and know what to look for in an image. And they'll grade that image based on its technical achievement and creative achievement. As they grade it, they give it a point set out of 30. And those who get the most points at the end of the league, at the end of the year, it takes nearly a year to get this competition done. It allows them to, whoever gets the most points is crowned photographer of the year.
So you've got you've got like a body of work, and
yes.
and it's achieved over time.
Yes.
And for somebody who has poured so much time into photography over the years, I know because I've got a photograph of yours of the Taj Mahal hanging in my home.
Oh my gosh!
Which I bought in support of a charity.
Yes, that's right. Many moons ago.
Yeah, Association of Children in Need.
Yes, that's right.
And I see it every day. And I know that you pour so many hours into your photography.
Yes.
What drives you? Is it the competitions or is it just the love of the art?
I think it's the love of the art and just exploring what photography has to offer. I've been a student of light, I would like to say, for the last 20 years, and I'm still learning. I every time I think, I've got this, I see other people's work and realize that I'm still scraping the surface of what can be done with this hobby.
It's a beautiful hobby, one that I share on a much more modest level, but I have first-hand experience of how you can get drawn in and really start trying to think of it as an art form that you need to spend a lot of time on and crafting.
Yes, and I have to say, Jonathan, I am a fan of your work, as you know. But yes, it does require time more than anything. Like any hobby or sport or practice, it is about putting the hours and practicing and making those mistakes and going back but the beautiful thing about it is when you start seeing in photography, when you start recognizing good light, recognizing good composition, that becomes almost a meditation in itself.
It's a way of seeing the world.
It's a way of seeing the world. It gives you a different perspective. Even if you don't have your camera in hand, you can look at a scene and think, "Oh, that would look good in a photograph. Oh, if I could, look at that light," and you start recognizing, you start seeing light differently. You start seeing subjects moving differently. You start seeing shadows and contrast differently. And it's almost, you don't even need the camera after that to capture the photo, but the way you see it changes. And that perception is beautiful. It's almost like you've got an alternate reality that you've trained yourself to see, and it's seeing art with your eyes. It's different.
I hear you, and I think that it's sort of really seeing the world.
Yes.
in more clarity, or the connection is greater. You're appreciating the beauty that there is
absolutely.
out there.
Absolutely.
And you've brought in two of your favorite tools.
Yeah, I've got a few cameras. I have to admit, I'm a bit of a victim of GAS, gear acquisition syndrome. When a new camera comes out, the marketing is so good, and you do think, oh, if I had that feature, I'd take a better picture. That's not the case at all. Don't buy into the hype. If you
mobile phones take amazing photos.
Phones take fantastic pictures, Jonathan. They really, really do. And to be honest, in this day and age, as an amateur photographer, with your phone, you can pretty much take 90% of what you want. These are my two workhorses.
Hold them up if you don't mind, Prem.
Sure.
So anybody who's watching on GBC television has
This is the Sony A7R5. It's a very versatile camera. It's a 60 megapixel full frame camera, without getting too technical. The lens is a 24mm to 70mm lens, which is the equivalent, if on your phone, of your standard lens on your phone at the wide angle, to maybe a ×2 or a ×3 at the telephoto range. And this is all you need. This is all that you really need to capture pretty much any wide shot, any tight shot. Anything more than this is a specialized lens for a specialized subject. If you're shooting architecture, you might need something wider. If you're shooting wildlife, you might need something longer. But this pretty much covers 90% of it all.
And then you've also got an everyday carry?
I've got an everyday carry, which I think you're familiar with. This is the Fuji X100 series camera. And this is great for family outings. It's great for just taking to parties and grabbing those candid shots. And the beautiful thing about this camera, more than anything else, is the way it renders color. It's got sort of the film simulations in it. It's got that sort of film stock look about it, and that gives it a more sort of vintage vibe, and I love that. So.
Excellent. And a little bit more discreet maybe than
the big camera.
Than the big camera.
Yeah.
No,
so
you're less likely to be...
Absolutely. If you're taking street shots, if you're trying to take those shots where you want to be discreet in cities and so on, it's something that's quick, nimble, and isn't scaring anybody off.
Prem, before we let you go, I mean, I could talk to you all day, but unfortunately we need to bring the latest local news at 1:30.
Sure.
People can follow you on Instagram. That's the best place to see your photography. 2 different channels.
I've got 2 different channels. My business account is Sky Tech Jib, where I focus on drone photography.
You may have seen an amazing cityscape on the back of the GBC News set.
Yes. Yeah. That was you guys thankfully commissioned me for that. And I've recently launched a personal account called Shot by Prem, which is shot.by.prem. And there I'm trying to put forward my personal work and trying to give back and sort of explain how each shot is taken and inspire those who are new to photography and want to get into the genre, to be able to sort of look at a shot and think, well, how is that done? And you will have an explanation on every photo and even some behind-the-scenes videos on how the pictures were taken. So if it as a learning platform, I would appreciate if
I love it because I love your photography, but now I've got a little bit more insight into your thinking as you took that picture, and also it helps me to understand why I like it so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Jonathan.